guys, we're back on the channel for another reaction. We're taking another look at Linkin Park, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, man, I haven't checked out that new album that released late last year, so do forgive me when it comes to that one. So all these new singles that I've been seeing might be off that new album already. I just haven't seen them myself personally, so we're still gonna check them out. So if you guys still want me to check out that album, be sure to let me know down in the comments, and I'm gonna have to check that one out for you guys. But this is one that might be off the newest record. This one came out a month ago. I didn't really notice that it came out. I know they came out with another one previously that I did that came out about a couple weeks ago, but I didn't see this one. So I do apologize, forgive me on that one. But this one is called Unshatter. I believe this is one that one of you guys have mentioned as well. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, like I said in my previous Linkin Park videos, they're not typically my favorite band. They're not typically one of the bands that I would go out and listen to myself when I want to listen to some music. You know, they definitely have that unique style that I just don't really connect with personally. But from back in the day, like I said, there are all those singles that I used to love and just what got me into more harder rock and more harder punk and stuff like that. So I still like listening to all those classic singles as well. But other than that, never really focused on these guys too much, to be honest with you. But like I said, if there's any more heavy bangers, if there's any more heavy tracks that you guys want me to react to, be sure to let me know. I might have to check those ones out as well. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this is a newer single, for me at least, off the Linkin Park record. But before you get started, be sure to subscribe, I would appreciate it. And if you really help me out, if you like Linkin Park as well, be sure to leave a like on this video as well. If you're new here, thank you for stopping by, checking out some awesome videos. So just get started on these heavy bangers. Ladies and gentlemen, no time wasting, let's get right into it. This is Linkin Park's newest release track titled, for me at least, Unshattered.
Maybe I made it more complicated than it had to be. Maybe I'm mistaken, but
let's go, Mike.
Something out of me. Maybe I'm too patient because
bring me in
until now to see. Take what you say and I ruminate.
Bring me back to the good old days. A little catchy chorus in there. Go, Mike. Reel me in. Still has that classic rhythm tone, though. Okay, so far not so bad. Not so bad, but where are we gonna go right here, though? Let's go, Mike. Show me what you got. Okay. Scream, bro. raspiness of those screams. Okay, okay, not gonna lie, I like that one a little bit better. I like that one a little bit better compared to the, the previous ones we reacted to already from these guys. But I like that one a little bit better. Like I said, it has that. It's a more alternative, I would say, inspired track. It's a more hardcore punk, I would say, compared to like what they used to do from back in the day. It's nothing too heavy when it comes to like the tones and stuff like that, but it has that, classic alternative feel to it. It has that classic kind of punk, underlining feel, I would say, as well. But Mike throwing his thing just a little bit here and there, and the verse side of things, nothing too crazy from him as well. But I feel like she was the star of the song on this one, though. I feel like her voice, with the raspiness of her tone, her raspiness of her screams that she was doing on some of the stuff, especially on like the mid kind of like, I don't know what you say, like the mid breakdown there when she was doing those kind of like, hardcore punk screams kind of thing. I felt like it worked for this one. But on the chorus side of things, it's very catchy. It's very, I can get behind on this one. It's very, sing-along worthy as well. But when they were kind of pre-building that build up there, I thought they were going to go like something a little bit more intense, a little bit more hardcore, at least on the punky side of things. But no, it's very subtle. It's a very subtle kind of punk rhythm, kind of punk, breakdown, I would say. I don't really normally know the structure of punk metal really too much, but does punk metal have breakdowns? I don't know. But like I said, from compared to other tracks, I like it. I would say her voice does pretty good on this one. I don't really know too many punk metal bands. I don't really know too like hardcore punk bands so I don't really know what to compare these guys to, but I know they have their own style, their own sound from back in the day. They still have that classic rhythm tone. They still have that classic rhythm progression that they always used to have. But comparing to these guys, it's kind of hard for me to do, because the only punk bands I know are Blink-182 and Sum 41. Unfortunately, never really got too much into the punk scene. But whatever that section was, hardcore punk breakdown section, whatever you want to call it, it's very different for me. It's very new for me, very interesting, I would say, because I'm not really normally used to that sort of thing. But I felt like it worked, though. I felt like it worked with her voice, her raspiness of her voice. Like I said, very has that, angered energy towards it, that underlying, emotion energy when she does do those screams as well. But I feel like it works for some songs like this one, and then for some songs it kind of doesn't, I would say. That's just my little opinion, I would say, on some of these songs. But for this one, I can get behind, and this one I would definitely say it's probably one of the best singles I've reacted to from these guys as well. So yeah, if you have any more reactions from these guys, be sure to let me know down in the comments below. And if you want me to check out that album, I might have to do that for you guys as well in the near future, so be sure to stay tuned for that, and be sure to hit that subscribe button, especially new here, because we're going to do banging on the channel. You don't want to miss out on a single one, I guarantee that. And I'll see you guys in the next one.